Hello and welcome to a Monday Doodle. It's really been a while. Haven't had the time to do any of this kind of YouTube related sorts. I've been so busy with making Can Alfred come out to play, doing adjustments. Good news, Can Alfred come out to play has been approved by a publisher here in Denmark, Copenhagen, a small publisher, which is such a fantastic thing. So yeah, this will be the first book out that I've written and illustrated, and I'll share with you some final spreads of it here in the end of this module, if I remember. And just to say to you guys, I'm very tired right now at this moment. So if I say something gibberish, something sidetracking or mumbling or anything like that, then it's just that. That's the reason. I have so many topics to talk about, but I'll try to keep focus. First of all, I need some of this. Cheers out there. Okay. And today we've just been out on a little trip. Is that a bug? No, it's just a tiny branch. And this was this botanical garden, and then we walked by this tree. And I just noticed the scent, beautiful scent in the air. And I had to just pick a branch of these because it smells so good. Like, and you're not allowed to do this, of course, to pick a branch with your own, but I thought that's just a little branch. I might hang it up somewhere in the apartment to get a sniff of it. Not once and then. It's even much better than a mistletoe, actually, something that actually smells good. I think they're called a juniper, and this is not a pine, this is... sorry, this is a pine and not a berry, as I thought, but my wife said, no, this is a pine. Very small pine. Already sidetracking. Yeah, the reason why I also brought this home was because it's Folktale week soon. I actually don't know when, but we can get into that. And I've decided to join it-ish, because normally, if I had all the time in the world, which I had before I had kids, I would, of course, go and rent a book in the library about folk tales. I would find a folk tale, maybe something exotic, something not Grimm Brothers. But I don't have the time, so I figured I want to go the easy way. I want to go and take a look at the prompts, and my departure would then be to have this character enter the prompt somehow. And I've also been doing a bit of research, not research, but some inspiration, because in my opinion, folk tales, because I don't know a lot about them, but they involve like supernatural elements, they involve characters, and they involve a bit of fantasy and, you know, old days. So I figured I wanted to kind of have these elements in them. And I took this picture today actually at the botanical garden because I thought that I could see an octopus in here, like the mouth here, like cheeky mouth, and then the eye here, and then the overall shape of the octopus here. Kind of, maybe it's sticking out of the water somehow. I haven't figured out yet. But I want to take a look at the prompts, and then I would sketch out maybe just one of the prompts. See if I can sneak in this cute character here. This was actually inspired by a kid who made this face as a puppet. And I remember how the face looked. There was something weird about the proportions that I really liked. And then I really like this haircut here. So let's just take a look at the prompts first. More coffee, please. We're gonna type Folktale Week 2023. See what comes up. Folktale Week. Cindy van Schendel. Every year in autumn, a group of amazing artists organizes Folktale Week, and our challenge on Instagram is really simple. Blah 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 blah. Folktale Week. What was that? full 3-star rebel costume. No, that's not the one, because I remember something with ghost and all. Now where is it? This could be the one. Folktale Week 2018. No, that's not the one. Please just give me 2023. Let's try Google Chrome. Folktale Week 2023. Facebook. Okay, here's a list I can see. That seems like to be the right one. Okay, so Lost Ink. Ooh, ink. Sea, Sleep, Underground, Illusion, and Found. I feel like now I just feel like making a comic, so we have had kind of a course, a history involving those prompts, but I gotta remind myself I don't have much time, so no, let's just think about creating some scenes with the character here. I'm just gonna write them down. So I don't forget. It's sometimes also really nice to have it physical in front of you. I always write things down because I have the feeling that I just remember much better. Oh, there's a skull. Here we go. Maybe over here could be the folktale prompt list. Folktale Week. I must say that I really missed out on this year's Inktober, because I really like to do these things where you work with a prompt. Because you push to do something, and I think that you get really creative, while also not being like, I don't feel stressed about doing something. Like, on the contrary, I feel like it's nice to have something that someone out there who says, draw this, and then I'm like okay, what can I figure out? Instead of the opposite, where I just have to figure something out from, well, a long story. What was the thing about now? Oh yeah, the prompts. See, I'm really sidetracking today. Lost. Ink. But the thing that I do like about Folktale Week, instead of Inktober, is that Inktober is such a massive assignment. Like, it's 31 drawings where you kind of feel you need to invent something for each day, which you don't have to, but most feel that way. And in the end, like on the last week of Inktober, you're just like so knackered. And I like that Folktale Week only has these few prompts here. Illusion and Found. Another option that you could do is that you can make one drawing that connects maybe all of these prompts, or maybe 2 or 3 of them instead of just one. That's also like an idea you could do. I think I think that I will start with sleep, because I had already an idea of using this tree as maybe having the character sleeping up of a tree like this, and yeah, that would be a start, just to maybe go with that. So why not? Why not? Oh, look how neat this fits in here. It's almost like you could make a little poster. Okay, let's try it out. Okay. Let's see here. So could be maybe the characters like sitting down here. Big old chunky tree here, and maybe something sticking out of it here, this tree here. So there's also something like an eye here I could use. Maybe a foreboding of the octopus later on. It has these kind of warty, do you say that? Warty, like a warts, warty features. And has these branches sticking out here. Maybe there's a tree in the background sticking out like that. Just like that. Could be. And he would then be sleeping. Does she have like a mat? No, probably just a carpet. Just like a carpet. Old school carpet, nothing fancy. Checkered carpet. So, and then he has kind of like a coat on. Old school coat. And I gotta recall how his face looks. Where was it now? Can't seem to remember where I put it. Weird. Sorry. That's really annoying. Maybe he vanished because he knew that he was about to enter the scene. Okay, this is starting to get weird. Oh, there he was. Okay. I should make a mark. I think I'm just gonna draw him down here because I don't have space for it. Like so. Pointy nose. Big eyes. And he has like this butterfly. And actually quite a broader head, but never mind. There's this almost dreadlock kind of hair to it. And cheeks. And hands snug into one another like this. It could be rather fun having this character sleeping here, and it's like this dark, misty, maybe foggy environment. And he's just sleeping up this old tree with warts on it. He's like on an adventure. And then imagine like just being able to cuffle up behind this big loomy tree and just like go to sleep. He needs to rest because tomorrow he's going to do something very important. And then it's all the way buttoned up because it's cold. And then you have this carpet here. And then the tree behind him sort of going up like this. Yeah. I mean, once I get into this, I want to make something special about the composition. Maybe make the tree really big or something like that. Play around with the feel of things, because I'd like to communicate that it would be a very big tree. And then it would be dark. And maybe a moon, because that's always good to have a moon. And maybe he has like his sword hanging here. Because that's also something that I've noticed, that you see a lot in these Folktale Week drawings, that there are swords involved. And he could have maybe a backpack, something like that. A tornyster, old school way of, fairy tale way of saying a bag. And maybe also, does he have a map in here? Maybe a little hat to keep him warm at night. I might delete that later. So the composition could actually be like this, going the tree going all the way up. So I would make like a tall composition with the tree taking up a lot of space. And maybe there will be grass here. Yeah, something like that. So I'll continue making some more sketches for the other prompts, but that was just the beginning. The sleep, it could be fun to, really fun to make this kind of story revolving around the character, so there's a kind of a continuity in things. But yeah, always a good idea to put something down on the paper, and then the brain can kind of go and brainstorm a bit on those ideas. Thank you so much for watching out there. What was it I was thinking about? Last thing I want to show you, the a couple of spreads of Can Alfred come out to play. Just printed out these yesterday to see if I could spot some errors. This is the front cover, this is the back side, how that will look. This is the first spread, and there will not be this kind of white edge around things. But as you can see, I've continued working in watercolors digitally, again to save some time, because I mean, I would have loved to use analog colors, but it just takes so much time. And I'm also not very good at it, so it would take me a lot of time to find the right colors, you know, and mix it up and use a light table. I'd also have to buy a light table. I can't use the window, as I sometimes do for such a big project. So I had to kind of compromise with myself. And I'm so thrilled that this book will actually be a thing. And also I've been writing new scenes for it, because the book needed to have a bit more depth, as the publisher kindly reminded me. One more here where Alfred has a discussion with the mother. New scene. And then I can share my favorite scene with you. This one, where Alfred is confronted with his friends in the book, one of the climatic scenes. And yeah, I look forward to sharing with you when the book comes out. That will be really special. And of course, do a little flip through of it. So thank you for tuning in, and it will be fun to let me know in the comments if you have any folktale info. Like, do you know anything about folktales? Because it would be nice to have your input. Maybe you even know a folktale that is your favorite, or you are participating in Folktale Week. So let me know what folktales you are inspired of. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and till next time, folks, have fun drawing. Have a splendid Monday.